Hello, good morning, good morning, good morning, Virgos. I accidentally hit the button before I was even ready. That can tell you where my day is going. Woohoo! Anyway, let's get started here as I get a little bit set up. I didn't even bring me a cup of coffee yet. Oh my goodness, my goodness. So welcome you guys. This is your week of the 19th through the 25th. Wow. And today is the 19th. How much closer to the energies can we get, right? This is a good thing for you guys. I think we did this last month. I should have done somebody else because I knew I was going to be running late. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try again. Oh, okay. So if you can't get into the chat, that's why it's disconnected. So a couple of things though. First off, if you are brand new, welcome. I hope you enjoy this. It is intuitive tarot mixed with astrology and numerology. I pull everything from the divine or anybody on the other side, which is a second dimension. We like that, don't we? We like all the interesting stuff we can't explain. But also too that we mix the astrology because the astrology is really important because it's energy as well. And that is where the divine is as well. And the divine can be whatever you want to call it. Sacred One, Holy Spirit, God, Allah, Yahweh, whatever you want to call the divine. But this is where we get our encouragement, our guidance, our help with our struggles, our challenges, and if we're paying attention to absolute truth and love. If we're not, you're worldly. And what I mean by worldly is you're thinking from a world's perspective and not so much a second dimension's perspective. So we'll probably explain that a little bit. Otherwise, I have videos out there. If you go on divinewarriorintuitive.com, there's a bunch of videos there. There's also Get Balanced 2020 for mind, spirit, and body transformation helping. So there we go. So now we've got a full moon coming in on the 26th. So you're going to see some transition probably about the middle of the week for those energies starting to change. Full moons are very, very powerful. And I believe this is a super moon. So this will be really, really exciting. It's a good energy moon. And I will be having a full moon reading on the 26th. So if you are new, just make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified when I'm on for that. I haven't done the thumbnail for that yet, but I will be this week. So, or wait, what is this? This is the 19th. The full moon's on the 26th. So it's going to be after this reading. Excuse me. Or no, the 25th. We're doing this to the 25th. So the 23rd is the energies of the full moon beginning to start. So yeah, towards the end of the week. So let's get started. So for those that are new also, I'm using oracle cards. They're a little bit different than tarot cards, which I start out with. It gives us a sort of a theme. First card is Divines. It is the energy he comes through with that wants you to something that you're working on, something that you need help with, maybe a question you've asked, that kind of a thing. Second card is the current energies for this week, the 19th through the 25th. And then the third card, you know what? Those energies usually are just like the weekend and then the following week, but this is for a couple months. So you're going to see these energies from May, June, possibly July. So I would say for those of you that like to take little notes to see how things turn out or if things really actually happen, to take notes on what the third card is, to sort of keep that at the back of your mind, that is something that maybe you're supposed to be working on. Sort of like a garden. You've planted it, now it's time to watch the seeds grow into plants and also help nourish them as they go. So that's sort of what that is. Okay, so let's get started. So our first oracle we're going to pull again is the Divines. So have you been asking the Divines for something? Have you been struggling with something? If you have a question about someone, things aren't turning out right, what is it that, is on your mindset? Because the divine can read your thoughts anyway, so you can fake them or fake them until you think that he doesn't see it, but they do. So it's all energy. All right. So somebody having problems with somebody being truthful, loyal, not cheating, somebody having a problem with that, somebody not really very sincere, somebody probably having some problems with not being loved the way that you want to be loved. This is the Divine's card, the dog. So the reason why I say that is this dog card is the number 10. So something's ending, something's new beginning. So something is sort of a completion. With the loyalty, or with the dog, dogs are loyal. Dogs, I don't know of a dog that isn't loyal unless you beat the crap out of it, then it doesn't want anything to do with you. But no, neither would a human being. So this is about loyal sincerity and unconditional love. So when the Divine brings that card up, he brings a question. Is this something in the opposite that's happening in your life? Is somebody cheating? Is somebody not being honest? Is somebody hiding something? Is somebody not really compassionate and sincere in really caring or being, a little bit gentle, with you on that? Or is somebody just not loving you the way that you want or expect? That's a key word there. Or do you want to, or how you want to be loved? The reason why I'm coming at this is these next two cards that are coming. So what is it in your life that has a void? That is something that you need to work on for yourself. If it's unconditional love, it's loving you like, he just doesn't get me, or she doesn't get me. That's not what I really want. That's what well, that comes with a lot of communication, but love languages are very different. So there is a video on love and love languages and the different levels of love. I'd suggest to watch that video if you are not being loved, or maybe somebody's saying, you just don't get me. You don't know how to love me. Well, that takes communication and understanding all the different levels of love. So that key right there, maybe go and watch the love language video. And the communications, the different levels of love. So that's something for somebody. There is something going on with somebody about this going on. The reason why it is intense is because this number 10 is got to complete. Because there's a newness, which means it might be a new attitude, might be a new perspective, might be a new love. It might be a new level to bring the communications to, because our current energy is partnership. This is a current energy card from the 19th to the 25th. And remember, about the 23rd, energies are going to start ramping up because of the full moon. Okay, so these are really fresh current energies, because you guys, I'm doing this on the 19th, the week that it starts. You guys get blessed with this because these are really current energies, fresh, raw energies. And the energy for this partnership is a 5, which it's unstable. We want to reverse these. We want to make these reverse into the positive. That's what the planets are even saying, is that we need to be reversing and bringing things up into a positive rather than keeping them down in the low vibration. All right. And that brings you to your future energy for the next couple of months is the number 2, the hawk. And that's about omens and messages and things like that, of bringing things together. Here's the clincher of that, though. This is your future energy. What is it that you're doing to bring things together? Because for some of you, because of your own personal insecurities, the number 2, instead of bringing it together, is going to blow it apart. So this is work on somebody. Somebody has some real insecurities about maybe some loyalty, some sincerity, some unconditional love. There is somebody out there that has that. Okay, the way to turn that around is think in the positive. Could I be wrong? Could I be seeing those with a distorted look? Could I be thinking that they're cheating when they're absolutely not? Because my mind and my past and my history is distorted. So these are things that you really, really want to look into, because this is some type of a relationship. And that doesn't have to be a love relationship. This could be a business partner. This could be a partner in school. Say you know, I heard this from my daughter a lot, is when you have these group projects, it's like one person doesn't do anything, but they get the full grade. So it could be in something like that, that they're not doing what they're supposed to, and then they're not being loyal to the group. They're not being sincere and respectful to everybody else. Now, this could be coworkers too. They're not being respectful. How many people work out there that have somebody in their office or company that does this, that you work with, that drives you nuts, that gets away with it all the time because nobody says anything? Yeah, trust me, I don't do well in that environment because I, I walk in truth. Sometimes that truth is just a little too blunt. And you know, I need to hone my tongue. I need to articulately say it, not meanfully say it, which I learned how to do, because we are all human beings trying. Just some people think that they can get away with more than what others can, right? Wow. Yep. Boy, that's an interesting card to start out with. We have the 10 of Swords, guys. 10 of Swords. Boom, it's done. Boom, it's done. Whatever it is. It's done, it's over with. Now, here's a good thing about that. It is going to shut one door and open another. The Ace of Cups is about opening another door of your desires, of your heart. So whatever this is was probably not even supposed to happen in the first place. So some of our relationships, we try to manipulate, try to maneuver. Hey, I really like this person. I really want to make it happen. In all reality, Divine's saying, no. But you know what? We've got a head. So it's like, yes. And he's saying, no, this person is not good for you. I did this with the last guy I was dating. I was like, man, I really like him, but you know what? There is this little piece that I'm just questioning. And I did. I said, Divine, you know, if this is not of you, if you did not send him to me, if he is not for my future, take him away. Because I got this little intuition in me that this is not from you. So tell me if this is from you. If it is, keep him here. If it isn't, take him away. Took him away almost immediately. And that was fine, because then I knew that he's protecting me from something. So he's closing that door, protecting me, and bringing me to something new. And that was much more beautiful, let me tell you. That was much more beautiful and more easy. Let me tell you, with the Divine, if you're going to be this loyalty, sincerity, and unconditional love, divine is unconditional love. Sacred One, Holy Spirit, whoever you want to call, Holy Ghost, whoever you want to call it, is unconditional love. Because the two elements about divine are absolute truth and love. That's it. So if it's not of unconditional love, or love without expectations, then it's not of divine. And love is work for relationships, because you got a partnership. You got two mindsets, guys, two complete mindsets. You got two complete perspectives, two complete different journeys. Even though some of the things might be similar, there's still two complete different journeys. All right. So that is just something that we have to realize, that we have to come together and create balance. These are messages. You're sending each other messages. This partnership, this relationship, this college students, or whatever you are, coming together with a project or with entrepreneurship, business, whatever it is, this is something that has to communicate. It's like an infinite thing going backwards and forwards. It's a very beautiful game almost that you're playing back and forth, and you're coming together in the center, because that center is divine. That is unconditional love. Why do you think some of these people get married and they're married 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years? It's because they play this. Thank you. He said it's not a game, it's a dance. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's more beautiful. Thank you. So it's a dance. It's a back and forth, infinite dance that keeps going back and forth, day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute. And it's up to you to keep it alive and active. And in the center is divine. If you don't put divine in the center, then you get a lot of trouble. You get a lot of earthbound energies that make it go like this. So I don't know who this is for, because this is a partnership. Now we'll see if it is a love relationship if the lovers pop up, or if the Two of Cups pop up. Two of Cups, though, that's a unity. Doesn't mean that it is. It doesn't mean that it is love, though. So we have the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess. What did I talk about? Absolute truth. Absolute truth. So absolute truth. We're looking at the Queen of Swords, and we're looking at the High Priestess next. We're talking about your heart. We're talking about your desires, what you want, and how to get them. Hey, honey. Oh, hey, thanks for saying hello, because I didn't know if my chat was working or not. Thank you. But this is not only about getting to your absolute truth. It is going to the high power, high self, highest being, whoever you call it, Holy Spirit, Sacred One, God, whoever, going to that high spirit to get your answers. Tarot doesn't give you the answers. Tarot's a telephone. You know, it's an energy, just like the wand is in the Bible, or the staff is in the Bible. It's a connecting element between divine and yourself. This is an element. So whoever this is speaking to, you have to go to your honest truth. You have to go to the absolute truth. Stop lying to yourself. Stop denying yourself. Stop saying that, you know what, I'm not worthy of love. You are worthy of love. And the thing is about love is that it is a choice. How many people out there didn't realize that love is a choice? I had my ex-husband tell me that one time. I said, that's bull crap. He goes, no, I can either choose to love you or not choose to love you. I can choose to fall in love with you or not choose to fall in love with you. And I said, that's bull crap. You either love me or you don't. But you know what? Learning and educating myself over the years in spirit, he's 100% right. Because the reason why is when you look at absolute truth, divine, you look at it and what is he? He's absolute truth and love. And what do? We make decisions based on what? Either love or fear. So one or the other, that's how we base our decisions on. So these two together is absolute truth, because the swords are all about finding truth, not worldly truth, not your truth, because your truth or anybody's truth on this earth is very inconsistent. It's very unstable, the number 5, whereas divine's absolute truth is consistent, nonstop, number 4 in numerology, nonstop. Okay, so some relationship here of some sorts, because this is your current energy, is sort of in a transition phase. Again, this is about your future energies bringing it together or separating it. Okay, this is definitely your choice to work on it and bring it together, or your choice to separate it and blow it apart. But something is ending, boom, quick. But remember, when it ends, then it starts something beautiful. That door closes, another one opens. And you know what? Look what just popped up. The 10 of Cups. This is a lot about heart. This is a lot about desire. This is definitely a lot about heart and desire. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is about progress. When I'm putting these numbers together, this is about your progress. This is about the process of what you're doing and what you're going on. But this week, you guys, Virgos, this is about a relationship of some sort. So, if you are ending a relationship of some type, and I'm talking about relationship, it could be anything. It could be a friend. It could be a coworker. It could be saying, hey, I'm done with this. I can't do this anymore. It could be a lover's relationship. It could be dating and breaking up. It could be that kind of a thing. Just know it's for the better. And if it's meant to be, divine will bring it back together. If it's not, don't manipulate it back. Do not manipulate it back. Yeah. So, honey, I will answer definitely. If it's in regards to what we're talking about, I'll answer now. But if not, again, I'll answer at the end. Any questions I will answer at the end, just so people can actually get their reading and then they can move on with their day. All right. So, again, remember when something, okay, and even if it's a painful thing, we have to go through the grief process. But we have to remember to go through, not deny. If we did something wrong, if we know something deep inside wasn't right, we cannot deny that. That's the first step. When you stop denying something, that's the first step. Then you can get on your way to healing. You can feel that pain. Then you go to feel anger. And who are you angry at? Probably yourself for picking the person that know that you saw the red flags, but you didn't pay attention to them, yada, yada, yada. Can't get mad at the other person. Depends on how it went down. You know, it all really depends on how you went down. But first thing you have to yourself, should I be angry at myself and not somebody else? Because again, choices are made through love or fear. You know, I know somebody who got married because they compromised because they said, oh, I'll never be able to find anybody else better. And I'm like, are you kidding? Wow. Because he was a really, really good person, really awesome person. And I could see so much better for him, but he just couldn't see it. So he compromised. And he manipulated it. He got married to it, and it was the worst relationship ever. She was a cheater. She was, yeah. Oh, that one was flipped. Okay. Yeah, so somebody's got a lot of communications going on here. Now, this communication, thank you, is with yourself as well as somebody else. So we have the Queen of Cups again. So we have the Queen of Swords and Queens of Cups. Queens of Swords and Queens of Cups. So we're looking for truth, but we're also looking at our intuition. Okay. Your intuition tells all, guys. Now, intuition can come with a lot of different ways. This is your future. This is, I'm going to say, if you were my student or if I was coaching you, this would be your homework. Because the thing is, with your intuition, a lot of people ignore it, or they ignore the signs that the divine is trying to show you. Because intuition can come not only with like that gut feeling, it also can come with a little thing in your head saying, don't do that. Audio. It could also come as a sign. It could come as sight. It could come as somebody sharing something with you and that hitting a note saying, oh, I was just talking about that yesterday. Well, that was a message to you to pay attention to that. It could come in numerology. It could give you threes of a number. It could give you threes of a number over and over and over again. Or it could give you twos of a number saying, hey, we're trying to get your attention. We don't want to have to give you three of this number, but we're going to give it to you if you don't pay attention. So numerology plays a big part of it. And astrology, unless you study it, you're not going to really get it. But I will say that the energies of astrology are the same as divine. So study the divine in what divine works in your life. All right. Because what's going on right now is there is some communication struggle going on. Somebody is trying to stand up for themselves, what they believe in. Thank you. So they're standing up for their integrity. And keep your integrity high. There is communication coming towards you for somebody fast, but also, too, it might mean that you need to get away or travel to get away to really think about things. Because whatever's happening in this relationship, you need to get to the higher power to think about things and ask where that should go, where it shouldn't go. Okay. Most Virgos, we don't usually talk about love, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know if this is a love relationship, but it could be. But what I do know is the ending wants to be this. Now, this could be the ending now. It could be the ending in the beginning. And the ending is a new start also, because we're looking at the number 10, right? The divine is the number 10 in the very beginning. So when we do our homework, we pay attention, we active listening. What did I hear you say? Did I hear you say that you liked blueberries? No, I said I like strawberries. So what we hear sometimes is not the same. So this is definitely something that we need to pay attention to. All right. Somebody may have to travel to get away to do this. And they might be fighting to be able to do that. It's like saying, hey, we need to take a break, or can I take a break? And they're like, no, we need to clear this up, get through this now. And somebody might be doing that to you. Again, if they're putting pressure on you to say no, we need to figure this out. Well, that's not the way everybody works. It is good to diffuse. It's good to diffuse. Hey, Lena, welcome. It's good to diffuse an argument, walk away from it, cool down, and come back. So whatever this is going on between you, whether, again, if it's not being loyal, if it's not being sincere or caring to your needs, or you caring to somebody else's needs, or if you're not getting the love that you want, it doesn't feel like it's unconditional, then this is okay to step away for a minute and say, I need to step away. Now, if you need to go to separate rooms in the house, and you need to move to the separate rooms of the house, then maybe you have to do that. Maybe you have to go stay in a hotel or something for a little while, And, oh, that's good. Swearing? He's swearing? I'm not quite sure what that means, if that's conversation. That's, swearing is, I don't know, some people think swearing is okay. It's a low vibrational energy. You don't need to swear to get your point across. But again, standing up. Like, people know I don't cuss. If you hear me cuss, it's rare, or I'm trying to get an effective point across, because some people, for whatever reason, don't think that it's okay to swear. Really, we don't need to, and it's a low vibrational word. Why would you want to do that? However, if I get super, you will rarely see me say the F word, but everybody knows me that if I say the F word, you better back off, because I'm really pissed. And that is something that rarely happens, because everybody says she doesn't cuss. But boy, I used to have a sailor mouth. Yeah. So here's the thing, though. There is a lot of communication. There's a lot of communication coming on. For those of you that came in late, we have the 3 oracles, the dog for the divine card, which is about loyalty, sincerity, unconditional love. And so this is the reverse. Somebody's not getting these, and so there is something that needs to be worked on. The divine is saying you can have these. You need these. You deserve these. So if this is not happening in your life, pay attention. I'm trying to show you these, because it has to do with a partnership. It's very unstable. And also, too, your future energy is the hawk, omens, bringing it together, listening to the messages, listening, watching, hearing to divine's messages to either bring it in balance or separate it. Okay. And we have a bunch of division here, a bunch of ending. Okay. So for some of you guys, there's something in change and a transition. I don't know who's not paying attention. I don't know who is paying attention, because the Queen of Cups shows up, and that is about your intuition. So somebody's not paying attention to their intuition, and somebody is. Now, the person that is paying attention and is going to do their homework, then definitely, do I have these upside down again? I do that every time. They're going to do their homework, and they're going to advance to that next energy level. But the people that want to stay stuck, you're going to be working at it for a while. You're going to be that cycle that keeps going over and over. And your friends are going to be like, again, here we go again. All right. So we have the Page of Pentacles. So there is another offering. We have the 3 of Cups, a celebration, guys. And we have the 6 of Cups. Balance. Give and take. So we have what did I say? The Page of Pentacles. Another message, another something coming forward. Okay. But this is the amazing thing, because again, love is a choice. The things that you do are a choice. Where your brain is set is where you're going to make a good choice or a bad choice. And really, you can't say good choice or bad choice. You're going to get an advancement choice where you just like go past go, collect $200, or you're going to go and say, okay, we're going to have to learn this lesson over again because I didn't make the wisest choice that I should have. But there is a celebration because somebody's going to make really good choices. This is going to be good for somebody. This is beautiful. And then it is about balance again. Remember, this is a future energy balance. Okay. Balance, 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 balance. It's like maybe that's why God told me to do Get Balanced 2020. I'm like, where did that name come from? Because we were not only in a dilemma, a pandemic of 2020, but if you think about 2020 vision, it's balanced. It's perfect. That he chose that name, not me. So that's the thing. Get Balanced 2020, mind, spirit, body. You have to get all three balanced together, but it has to start with spirit, mind, and body. All right. Okay. So this is again, and that's the planets talking about that lifting up, going positive, lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. That's what we have to do as far as positive. All right. Let me look at, see what some people are saying here. Oh, good. Social studies. Boy, that's interesting. Not one of my favorite subjects, but okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope she was a really good person, though. I really do. All right. All right. That is good. You're going to have to keep, Lena, you're going to have to keep that positive energy up. And I would be curious if he contacted you or you contacted him first. That's what I would like to know. Did you contact him or did he contact you? All right. Oh, I'm going to the planets. I almost thought I was done here. We are almost done because we're at 30 minutes. I don't know why my readings keep going longer and longer, but the divine sure definitely has some messages for you guys. So I have to give them. Okay. Oh, again. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So which way are you guys headed? Which way are you thinking? Are you thinking divine? Are you thinking spirit? Are you thinking second dimensional? Are you thinking world, first dimensional? Which way are you thinking? Which way are you going to move forward? How are you going to finish this? Are you going to finish this with a negative attitude, whatever it is that's coming to an end? If you do, you're going to miss out on your blessing. Because whenever we go through something that ends, yeah, we might be upset or pissed off or hurt for a minute, but the thing is, we have to look at the whole picture. Why did it end? Was that lesson done? There's no failure. There is no failure. There is a lesson or no lesson. There is something that is supposed to come out of that or not come out of that. And that not come out of that is for somebody else. So if something ends, maybe you taught somebody else something that needed to finish. Or maybe they taught you something. I can see why my ex-husband is gone. I can see why he was in my life. And I expected to be married to him until I died. But he left. But the thing is, through that pain and sorrow and all that I was going through, I could see the reason why God put him in my life. Okay, the divine put him in my life. I can see it. And I thank him for that. And I thank him for the pain, or otherwise I would have kept on that crappy. My daughter would have not had good study habits. My daughter would have not had a bedtime. It was a mess back then. Total mess, and I wasn't learning. So he got somebody slapped me into shape and then sent him on his way. And then he got in a messy mindset, marrying several people, and not at the same time, but keep getting married. So anyway, remember, these are planet energies coming up. The 23rd is going to start these full moon energies, guys. Now remember that's towards the end of the week here, middle end of the week, is your compass. Which way are you headed? Which way? Self-love first. Self-love first. Which way are you headed? To my passions, to your desires, to what you want. Focus in on you first. Do not doubt your intuition. That's not only in the divine in your reading, but that is in the planets. Planets are saying, pay attention. We're trying to show you all the good things. But some people are not going to see it because, again, the planets are also talking, and the moon is talking about lift up, stay positive, stay in that higher vibration, stay in that higher energy. But your shadow work has to be done. Because, again, if you don't do shadow work to bring balance And maybe you have to do things together with somebody if you're in a relationship. Say, hey, let's, just talk to somebody, a coach, a counselor, whatever, so that we can get on the same page. Because a lot of the times, if you aren't on the same page, those messages coming in get distorted, the communication is distorted, and you blow it apart. Because the number 2 is about balance, bringing things together, or you're going to divide it. Completely cut it in half and divide it, and then that's it. So it's up to you which way you turn those around. All right. All right. So I love that you guys are in here, and I'm glad. I'd love to know. He contacted you first. That's awesome. That is awesome. Keep sending those positive energies out, because if you were to contact him first, I would be like, pull back a little bit. But the thing is, if he contacted you first, and how that conversation went, just keep lifting up, asking the divine for those positive energies, teach you, give you the wisdom, what you need to say, and listen to those little red flags. Listen to that voice inside you. I do this all the time, guys. If I start talking to somebody and I'm like, oh, I'm listening to them, and I'm like, oh, I really want to say this, I really want to share them, but the divine will say, hold back on that, don't say that. But my heart is like, I really want to, don't say that, not right timing. And I don't, and I'm glad I don't, because something else comes up forward that I'm glad I never said it. Divine does that to me all the time, because I used to not be a very good active listener. And active listening, there's 2 things when people, and this might help you, Lena, when you're talking to him next time, is that when you're an active listener, you do not say anything. Let them speak. Let them finish. Okay? When they finish, then you can give your peace of mind, or ask a question, or did I hear you right, or did I understand that? That's the time. But when you interject, how many people do this? I'd love to know how many people do this, because I bet you that most of the people do it. So what happens is, when I interject to that person, they're talking, I'm like, oh, yeah. I used to do that too. But they're not finished. It's like you're not paying attention, because you only are thinking about how you can interact and what you can interject, rather than paying attention to what they have to say. Then you devalue what they're saying, because you think that what you have to say is more important. So these are actually communication skills that might help you in this process this week. I don't know who this is for. I don't know why the divine is having me share this, and we're over time. However, this is really important for somebody to be able to understand how to communicate. And the same with love. You know what? If you do not ask or tell your partner, they are not mind readers. They're not mind readers. Even if it's something intimate, they should know that. No, they don't, because not everybody is the same. And maybe you got something different that nobody else does, but maybe it's something that makes you really, really happy. But if they don't know it, they can't do it, or they can't help show it. Because if you're in an unconditional love relationship, your partner and you will want to do anything and everything to make each other happy, because it's a selfless love. It's not a selfish love. And I don't know why I went off on that, but I did, because the divine apparently had somebody out there that needed to hear it. All right. So please don't forget to, I got a hair in my eye, guys. I hate when that happens. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And then too, don't forget, I am going to have a reading on the full moon on the 26th. I don't know what time yet, so please subscribe and hit the bell. You'll be notified then. I keep trying to put this one video up this week, but then I keep getting interrupted, so divine must not really want me to put it up right away. All it is telling you about different types of tarot, tell you why my tarot is different, and why I do the tarot my way, and all that kind of stuff. So that I'm trying to get uploaded. And so if you are subscribed, you'll see that when and hit the bell, then you'll be notified. However, don't forget to like. If this did not resonate with you, but you know somebody it did, share it. Maybe this will help them grow, or maybe they'll want to watch one of the videos to help them understand how to communicate or love or whatever, or help transform their mindset from low vibration to high, or negative to positive. All right, because this is planets as well too. So I'm excited to do the full moon. supermoons. They're a lot of fun because they're packed full of powerful energies. And with these retrogrades coming up, we've got 5 retrogrades, which means that planets are very, very powerful in their energies. And each planet has their own characteristics. So those are going to be really, really interesting coming up too. So, and then I do my full moon readings. I will go into astrology first and all the energies of what's coming up. And then I do the reading. So if you want to watch that. All right. Virgos, my Virgos, you guys have a great, great week. We will see you on the 26th on the full moon, or I will see you on your reading. All right. Take care, guys.